My name is Ben Johnson, and I'm the Director of Product Management here at Mitchell 1. Today, instead of focusing on just one product, we're going to give you a view into how our product suite works together to improve shop efficiency, improve diagnostic accuracy, and attract and retain customers. We know the problems you're facing, and we make it a priority to understand the problems you're going to be facing. Even propulsion technologies and vehicle electrification advances are coming at us at record pace. Non-propulsion technologies such as ADAS, advanced HVAC systems, and more keep evolving to deliver safer, cleaner, and more fuel-efficient vehicles. Through our products, we strive to keep you informed and equipped to meet the challenges and opportunities ahead. I want to take you through a typical repair experience when a consumer does business with a shop equipped with Mitchell 1's suite of products. Imagine for a moment that it's October the 6th. Marianne Xavier is driving happily along in her 2010 BMW 128i convertible. As she's driving, she notices her car doesn't seem to have the power it usually does. She notices that check engine light's turned on. So she gets home, she doesn't really know a good repair shop, so she uses Google to search for one. Seeing one with a 5-star verified review, she clicks to take a look. Checking out their webpage, she sees they are German car specialists. And scrolling down, she can even see the types of vehicles they've serviced recently and what was done. As she was getting ready to call, she noticed she could schedule an appointment online. So she sets her appointment for the 8th at 10 a.m. and gives the shop some information about what she's experiencing and advises she'll be dropping her car off. So at the shop she selected, A&J Auto Service, we have a service writer. His name is Tim, and he's busily wrapping up an invoice for a customer. So on his Manager SE screen, he notices that he has a couple of appointment requests. He has all the information he needs to know. So he confirms her appointment request by sending her a text. That was her preferred method. He loves the fact that he could handle that appointment request without distracting him from his other work. Marianne gets the confirmation on her smartphone, so she plans to leave her car the morning of the 8th. To make this happen, leverage Mitchell 1's social CRM, which manages the shop's website and content and helps engage customers throughout that service process. We utilize local search, which helped Marianne find a shop with great reviews, which she feels confident can take care of her car. We used Message Center, which enabled the two-way communication between Tim, our service writer, and Marianne, our customer. And of course, Manager SE, the #1 shop management system in the industry. I think we can start to see why. The beauty is the seamless integration, which results in an elegant, professional experience for the customer and for the shop. So let's continue. It's now Thursday, and Tim shows up to work and sees Marianne's car parked in front of the bay door. She's dropped the car off. The keys are in the drop box. He grabs his Prospect multi-point inspection tablet, it could be on an Apple or an Android device, to check her car in. So using the tablet, he can snap a picture of her license plate and quickly find her in his database. He does his preliminary inspection and gets her car in queue for the diagnostic technician he has assigned to it. As he walks around the car, he notices a screw in her left front tire. He notes that really both tires should be replaced because the tread's worn out. He documents the tread wear and the screw in the tire, snaps a picture of it, and then finishes inspection and checking of the vehicle, and that report will be sent to Marianne with his findings. Now we've introduced the concept of the digital multi-inspection, which is this Prospect application I was just talking about. This completely integrates to Manager SE. It can be configured using the Manager SE desktop. It's a great way to check in vehicles, follow a consistent process as defined by the shop for inspecting that vehicle, and for identifying and documenting findings during the inspection. Now, let's take our journey to the service bay, where we have a technician. Her name is Tina, and she is using her scan tool and ProDemand, our market-leading information resource, to diagnose why that check engine light came on. The scan tool identifies a diagnostic trouble code, a P0327, which she inputs into ProDemand. And now she can see all the types of information that we have available about that code she's about to diagnose. From here, she could make any number of selections to help her identify the problem. She chooses causes and fixes because that gives her a quick visual tool to kind of evaluate what's common on these vehicles. At a glance, she can tell all the components associated with this failure from over 45 million diagnostic solutions Mitchell 1 has created from industry experience. In our case, the knock sensor is by far the most popular and the car is certainly in the right mileage range for the component based on history. Remember, we started with a diagnostic trouble code. Well, ProDemand knows that that code is associated with the knock sensor, so it navigated Tina automatically to the page that has that knock sensor circuit on it. She quickly understands how these knock sensors are plumbed into the electronics system in this vehicle. She has a couple questions though. First one is, she's not quite sure where these knock sensors are located. So she can click on the blue text describing the sensor, and she can quickly see most of the same types of information as if she'd done a OneSearch Plus and seen all the cards about that sensor without having to leave the wiring diagram. So from here, she can just click component location, and in a couple of clicks here, she's got the view. She knows exactly where these sensors are located. These information types describe the operation of the suspect component, typically provide location and tips. See the note here on this one, it says that the intake manifold has to be removed to gain access to the knock sensors. That's really good information for her to know. As we scroll on down, we'll see things like connector pinout charts and pin assignments for the circuits applicable to the component view we want to test. And in this case, we even have a view of what the waveform should look like on an oscilloscope. Armed with all this information, Tina now knows how to quickly verify the sensors are good or bad. So once again, let's just pause. We've now seen how a technician can efficiently and accurately diagnose a vehicle and how they leveraged our new interactive wiring diagrams and various content types to do just that. This is all included in our ProDemand repair information resource, armed with factory service information, industry accepted estimates, and over 45 million real fixes based on industry knowledge. And now with interactive wiring diagrams, it's easy to see why this is the industry's leading repair information source. So we'll check in with Tim, who is now in the process of estimating this job. Using Manager SE, he's going to use the estimator tool to look up the labor times. We're going to add the labor time to our estimate, but we won't add the knock sensor because we're going to order that through one of our supported electronic parts catalogs. Now the labor is added and we want to find that knock sensor. Manager SE supports over 30 electronic parts catalogs, so whoever you have as your first call, we probably support it. Tim's shop primarily uses O'Reilly Auto Parts and Napa for their parts purchases. Links to any of these parts catalogs that they do business with will be accessed here. When we click on the O'Reilly button, their catalog launches and the vehicle information for Marianne's BMW is transferred over. So now all the service writer has to do is look up that knock sensor and add it to their estimate, and when they're done entering parts, they look at the quote and transfer it right into Manager SE. So now Tim's estimate is complete. While he's working on this, he does notice that he's received a couple of text messages. He had forwarded the multi-point inspection to Marianne, and now she's responded that he can order those tires for her. So he goes ahead and finalizes the work order, orders the parts and the tires, and notice he hasn't had to pick up a phone yet. So this part of the tour really highlights just how much more Manager SE is than just a shop invoicing system. With complete integration to social CRM, estimating, and over 30 electronic parts catalogs, Manager is the only solution in the industry that allows a service writer to seamlessly do their job. From accepting appointments to ordering parts to invoicing customers and tracking technician and shop productivity against their profit and revenue goals, there's a reason Manager SE has been the most popular shop management system in the industry for over 15 years. So now our job is finished. Marianne picks up her car that afternoon, and she notices on the drive home that the car's got the power she's used to, no check engine light, and she's happy again driving along the beach enjoying another afternoon sunset. When she gets home, she's thrilled with the ride and that she could get it repaired so quickly, and that she doesn't have to set a follow-up to get those tires replaced that she's been kind of putting off for a while. She's received another text message from the shop. This one is thanking her for her business and asking for a review. She happily rates them a 5 out of 5 for prompt service and for getting the job done right the first time. And that little scenario happens thousands of times per day at shops equipped with Mitchell 1's full suite of products. Customers tell us, just by adding ProSpect, our multi-point inspection system, which supports Android or iOS in tablet or phone form factors, they've seen their average repair ticket go up by over $100 due to the findings found during these inspections. That means that by the time you've written your second ticket of the month, you've more than paid the monthly subscription to the service, and the rest of it is all profit potential. And their customers really appreciate the ability to be communicated with in their preferred format, whether that's phone call, email, or text. With over 45 million real fixes and over 1 billion confirmations, those fixes have helped other shops resolve problems. We hear from technicians every day how we're helping them deal with the newer technologies found on the vehicles, helping them diagnose and repair vehicles faster and more accurately. So, whether you're an existing customer and you may not have the entire suite, or whether you're just checking us out for the first time, I invite you to make an appointment to learn more. To learn more about what you've just seen and connect with a Mitchell 1 representative, just go to mitchell1.com.